guys, welcome to Simple Sanctuary. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Instead of going out into the garden, I'm going to show you guys how to make stock from your kitchen scraps. You can make this basically completely tailored to your own taste, and it's super easy to do. Now that we're all working from home or home all the time, this is something you can easily have going throughout the day. When you go back to work, if you have a slow cooker or crock pot, this is something that you can do that way as well. Basically, all you need is a very large pot, preferably one larger than this. If you don't have one, this size works. If you don't have one this big, smaller works. You're just going to be making smaller batches. So, use whatever you have. It's pretty easy to tailor to what you want to do. You also want a container for your very beautiful kitchen scraps. You guys can probably tell this is mostly onion skins. I've got some celery in here, a bunch of garlic. It looks like there's some shrimp skins, some bits of parsley. Really, whatever scraps you have, just put into your container to freeze for later, until you have your container full. Anyway, enough babbling. So, you are going to take the biggest pot you have and simply dump your scraps into it. Just like this. Boom. Congratulations, folks. The most hard part is over.
You're also going to want to fill up your pot most of the way with hot water. I usually would fill it up faster, but you're not going to be able to hear me over it. I fill it up to about 3/4 of the way with water. Make sure you put your veggie scraps in there first before the water, because otherwise you'll overflow your pot.
And then you are going to set your favorite stove pot on your favorite stove eye, because we all have those, and set it on here to simmer. So because mine's coming from frozen, I usually start the simmer or start it off at like medium low, at least till it's defrosted and really going. After that, you can turn it down a bit more. So like if you have the numbers on your stovetop, I put it at 4. And I leave it there for a couple hours before I check it. So our pot is, just now on the heat. Hopefully it's going to simmer away soon. I set a timer every couple hours to come by and check it and check the water levels. I'll show you guys as I do some of that today. But really, you just sit it on the stovetop and let it do its thing for a few hours, anywhere from 4 to 8, depending on how much time you have. And then after that, you strain it and you'll have beautiful, beautiful stock. All right, it's been about an hour and a half, so we're gonna go check on the pot and see how it's doing.
Okay, after about an hour, this is really what you want to see. The water, you can tell it's simmering, everything's starting to float to the top, everything's getting nice and steamy, including my camera lens. The water is starting to take on a little bit of color. So the veggies and everything else in here, like these shrimp tails, are starting to let some of the nutrients into the water.
So if you were just using this for like an immediate soup base, you could stop here. The water's flavored, it's got some nutrients in it. I really like to stew the cat crap out of those veggies and get every last little bit of vitamins and minerals and flavor I can out of them. So I'm gonna let this go for probably another 5 hours.
However long you decide to let it cook, you just want to make sure you keep an eye on your water level. If you feel like your water is getting too low, you can absolutely add more.
All right, y'all, this stock is done. So I'm gonna get it strained, get it into some containers, and show y'all what it looks like. All right, I brought them all over here so you guys could really see the color. It's beautiful. I love making stock. Number one, because it is like It feels very productive and it is very low effort. All of these except for like one of these little ones is going to go into the freezer. It makes a substantial amount of stock for, you know, very, very little. This is actually some of the prettiest colored stock I've ever made, so I'm especially excited that I have filmed this when it looks so good. But yeah, all it has to do now is cool down. It's still pretty warm, and then it's going to go up into the freezer, and I will have plenty of stock for anything that I want to make for the near future. If you guys have any questions about how to make your own stock, please leave your questions in the comments below. I will answer them as best I can. The only ones I'm not going to know how to answer are about canning because I don't have that skill set yet. If you have any advice on how to can stock, please leave that below because I'm going to need to know how to do that soon. If you liked what you saw today, if you feel like you learned something, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you'd like to follow along as we grow things this summer, please hit subscribe. And I'll be catching you guys soon. Thanks.